Welcome to Healthy Living Lifelong Wellness Podcast. I'm Hyeunsook Rachel Chon, a nurse practitioner specializing in gastroenterology, hepatology, and obesity medicine. Today, we are discussing a topic that has generated a lot of curiosity and a fair amount of hype. Can GLP-1 medications affect addiction, cravings, or even brain health conditions like Alzheimer's disease? These medications were originally developed for diabetes and weight management, but emerging research suggests that they may also influence brain pathways involved in reward, behavior, and cognition. So let's take a closer, evidence-based look at what we actually know and what is still being studied. GLP-1 is a hormone released from the small intestine after eating. Its primary role is metabolic regulation. But GLP-1 receptors are also found in the brain. Two key areas are important here. The hypothalamus, which regulates hunger and satiety. The mesolimbic reward system, including the ventral tegmental area and nucleus accumbens. These brain regions are involved in dopamine signaling, which plays a central role in motivation, pleasure, and reward-driven behavior. This is important because addiction, whether related to substances or behaviors, is strongly tied to this reward circuitry. The hypothesis is relatively straightforward. GLP-1 signaling appears to modulate dopamine activity in reward pathways. Instead of dramatically increasing dopamine, as addictive substances often do, GLP-1 may help stabilize or dampen excess reward signaling. In practical terms, this could translate into reduced food cravings, lower reward-driven eating, possibly reduced desire for alcohol or other substances. Some patients even describe this clinically as, "I just don't think about it the same way anymore." But it is important to interpret this carefully. Here's where we need to stay grounded in the data. In animal studies, there is strong and consistent evidence that GLP-1 receptor activation reduces alcohol intake, reduces drug-seeking behavior, decreases reward-related feeding behavior. These findings are reproducible across multiple preclinical models. In humans, the data is early and mostly observational, suggests possible reductions in alcohol consumption and cravings in some individuals, not yet confirmed in large randomized controlled trials for addiction treatment. So, at this stage, we should say there is a biological signal, but not yet a proven clinical indication. Another area of interest is Alzheimer's disease. Researchers are increasingly viewing Alzheimer's as a condition linked to impaired brain metabolism and insulin resistance, sometimes referred to as type 3 diabetes, although that's not a formal term. GLP-1 may influence brain health through several mechanisms, improving insulin signaling in neurons, reducing neuroinflammation, decreasing oxidative stress, supporting neuronal energy metabolism. These pathways are important because Alzheimer's is not only about amyloid plaques. It also involves metabolic and inflammatory dysfunction in the brain. In animal models, GLP-1 drugs have shown neuroprotective effects, including reduced amyloid deposition and improved cognitive function. Small early human studies have shown possible cognitive benefits, but results are not yet definitive. Larger clinical trials are currently underway to evaluate whether GLP-1 medications can slow cognitive decline. However, at this time, GLP-1 medications are not approved for Alzheimer's disease, and they should not be considered a treatment for dementia. So, where does this leave us? We can say with confidence that GLP-1 medications have well-established benefits for weight, glucose, and cardiovascular risk, clearly influence brain reward pathways involved in appetite, show promising early signals in addiction and neurodegenerative research. But we cannot yet say they treat addiction disorders, they prevent or reverse Alzheimer's disease. This is an exciting but still emerging area of science. What is becoming interestingly clear is that metabolism and brain health are deeply interconnected. GLP-1 medications sit at that intersection, affecting not only the gut and pancreas, but also brain circuits involved in behavior, reward, and possibly cognition. As research evolves, we may discover that these medications have a broader role than we originally understood. But for now, the most responsible conclusion is this: GLP-1 is a powerful metabolic therapy with emerging but not yet established neurologic applications. I'm Rachel, nurse practitioner and health educator. Stay tuned until our next episode.